Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Hyphen here, and today we're going to talk about these awesome new camera bags made by iFootage. Now, if you're familiar with iFootage, you know that pretty much everything they make is top tier. Monopods, tripods, clamps, lights, and now the new series of bags called the Beava. Here, as you can see, I have the entire lineup. We have the pouch, the 35-liter backpack, the 50-liter backpack, and their roller trolley bag. Now, before I do the very detailed breakdown of each individual bag, I do want to give an overview of the entire lineup. Now, having used these bags over the last several months for various productions and shoots, I can easily say the quality is top tier once again with iFootage products. These bags are very well made. They look great. Each have a very practical design, which gives you a lot of flexibility from storage to compartments and overall usability. All right, so here we have the top of the bag. I'm gonna show you guys one side here. Here you see the wheel. Everything here is very, very well made. You have this Velcro strap here, so you can put something through here if it's very light. There's also this hideaway handle that can easily be pulled out or pulled in. It actually does extend pretty long, so you can easily grab it even when the bag is full. Aside from the handle, we actually have this 2-in-1 pocket. So we have a smaller, thinner pocket here with one zipper, and then 2 zippers for the bigger pocket. Now, aside from this large pocket, you do have 5 of these flexible pockets, and then you have somewhat of a see-through mesh that also has like this plastic cover over it, so that way you can actually see through it. But you don't have to worry about things getting stuck in the mesh. I hate when I have little accessories and they get stuck in the netting. This has netting, but it's actually within this plastic cover on the inside and out. And there are 2 separate pockets, one bigger than the other. Now back to the top, you do have this shoulder strap here. All right, so let's go ahead and remove that. Now here on the bottom, not only do you have the 2 wheels, but you do have these 2 plastic bases that have this semicircle shape, so you can easily stand it up. You have a hand strap, and then you also have this pretty long handle, so you can easily wheel it around. So let's get to the real fun part, the inside. This whole bag is weather resistant, and if you look at the zipper here, it does have this rubberized cover over where the zipper goes to help minimize any type of rain getting in there. Now when you open up the bag, here you have a flat base here, which I think is actually really, really great. Essentially, aside just from what you see in here, which has these Velcro dividers that can be adjusted, you also now have another level of gear that you can store. To me, this is brilliant, especially when using a gimbal, and I want to have a gimbal pretty much in its full form, maybe just take off one piece and be able to have it ready to go here. And then it does fold in half, so that way any of the essential gear that you need to easily access without opening the whole thing, you can just fold it in half and then grab from here. And if you actually don't like this upper level, it is Velcro, so you don't actually need to keep it on here. It just holds on to one side. Now inside, you can feel there is a good amount of padding. So whatever gear you put in here is gonna be very well protected. Now all the padding in here, the long pieces and the shorter pieces, you can actually fold it very easily if you needed to, but if it's straight up, this actually holds up very well, almost like a hard cardboard. So there's a lot of customization here. I really do think this bag is brilliant, and it's actually one of my favorite bags I've ever used. Now, when it's either standing up or sitting down like a bag, the plastic little risers, the feet, they all make sure that your bag is not grinding against the floor, so you don't have to worry about it tearing. Now, this bag has a lot going on. It is huge and can store a whole lot while also still being very comfortable. This backpack is what I feel Batman would use if he was a photographer or videographer. All right, so let's start off with the top. All the outside zippers have the same weather-resistant rubberized cover, and this top part here opens up forward. Let me go ahead and put it down here so you can see the zippers. There are 2 zippers, and then when you open it up, there is a very deep pocket here. This is pretty much perfect for a gimbal or some type of big accessories, whether they're fluid heads, a camera with a mini tripod. Again, this thing is deep. Now here on the inside of the lid, you do have a zipper for some very thin accessories, and you do have that see-through mesh with the plastic on the inside and outside, so you can easily see what's in there, but you don't have to worry about anything getting stuck in that mesh. Now in the bottom of this compartment, it's not super hard. It's not a very hard plastic. It's just more of the inside padding, so you can actually still easily rest things here, but I wouldn't recommend putting something extremely heavy, though this area can handle a lot of weight. Let's go ahead and zip that up. Now here in the front, you have this little latch here, and this little clip is actually brilliant. It's not your traditional push buttons on the side. This has this little lift up magnetic lock. Once you lift this up, it detaches. But it does have a magnet here, so you can easily just place it back right here. So you just put it there and it locks in place magnetically. It's not gonna come apart. This thing is brilliant, especially if it's pulling down. There's no way this thing's coming off. All right, so let's go ahead and open that up. Now you see here, you have more zippers, and that's so that way this front compartment can actually extend further if you needed something in here that was a little bit bigger. When the zippers are fully up, this pocket can hold something that's maybe 2.5 inches thick. But when the zippers are down, you actually have these little clips here that can open this further, or you can clip it and tighten these up to be whatever length you want this to open up to. This is fully open and unclicked. On the inside, again, this is very deep. You could actually put some pretty small tripods in here, or some stands, a monopod, etc. These straps here, so you can easily secure them. Again, if you look down as far as you can see that there is also a little divider here. So this compartment here is really ideal for small tripods, monopods, or light stands. All right, now let's look at one of the sides here. You do have this little opening here. So in case you need to put anything lightweight here to clip onto here, you could easily do that. There is one big pocket here with 2 zippers. And this pocket here actually opens up a compartment in the inside. So there are double zippers here in case you don't want this accessible and you just want to place something thin in here. With these zippers up here on the sides, this will be like a little wall again, so you could put something small and thin here. But if you want to be able to access something in the inside compartment, pull those zippers down, and then now you can easily grab your camera with a lens. And you can see right now it's already set up for that. But when we go in the inside, you'll see you could really reformat this as you please. This is really well formatted. We have another thin pocket here with that plastic clear mesh. All right, so let's go to the other side. Now this side can also allow you to either store water bottles, drinks, or even another stand. You have a deep pocket here, and then you have another adjustable strap here that could be made bigger or smaller, depending on what type of accessory you're putting here. All right, now let's go to the back. Now the back is actually kind of bulky, a little bit big, and that's because not only do you have these very thick shoulder straps, but then you also have this waist strap that on each side has 2 pretty big bulky pockets here, so you can actually put a good amount of stuff in here. Now this bag is pretty big and can hold a lot of weight, but if you're going backpacking, hiking, if you're going to climb a mountain to go take some photos, this is a type of bag that you would probably want to take with you just because of all the compartments, but also too on how comfortable it is even when it's pretty full. And here in the back, you can see it has like these openings here. And what this helps do is to minimize sweat. So it actually has some ventilation that can actually pass through even when it's pressed against your back. Now, it can be opened up as well. And this is actually how you access the internal compartment of your bag. Now, this is probably the thing that I don't care for on the bag, is that if you want to access the internal compartment, you actually have to have it placed down on the front. I understand the concept. It makes sense that you would have it be on this side because this is the most flat. And in case you want to use this area for stands, it might be more complicated to make the opening compartment here. So my main issue with why I have to put this down here and go in this side to get my gear is that if I'm placing this bag on any rough terrain or any gravel, dirt, it's going, over time, I feel like it's just gonna end up just tearing up this front. Now, I haven't really put this bag down on anything rough, so this might be more durable than I think, but that's kind of my only gripe with this design. Now, when it actually comes to the compartment, it's pretty spacious. It's not the most spacious, so considering how big this bag is, you would maybe think that it has way more compartment space. But again, this upper part here that we showed earlier is a really big open compartment without really having any dividers in there. Though if you wanted to, you could take some of these dividers and put them in that upper compartment because the inside all does have the same Velcro sticky fabric. Now, like I mentioned earlier, there is this little wall here in case you wanted to put your camera with a lens and access that through the side. But if you don't, then you can zip this up here and then this flap will not open up. Now, I really do like these dividers. They are lightweight, but they're very durable. They kind of feel like a hard cardboard. They can be bent if you need them to. When they're Velcroed on, this is actually very durable and it keeps your gear very much in place. Now, where this pocket opens up, you actually have 2 sleeves here. So you can easily put a tablet here. And then on this side, you can easily put a laptop. Now, you could easily put a 15-inch laptop. And if you have a more narrow and thin 17-inch laptop that could fit in here as well. But the 15-inch laptop seemed to fit the best. The side is elastic, so even if it is a little thicker, it's not too bad. And it does have this Velcro here to make sure that your laptop doesn't slip out when you open it. Now, another feature with this bag is that here at the bottom, there is a zipper that actually reveals the weather-resistant cover. So if it's raining, snowing, you can actually pull this out and then it'll completely cover your entire bag. So you really won't have to worry about your gear getting wet. Other than having to place the bag down here like this to open up the bag, I really, really love this bag and you can do so much with it. Also towards the top is a little handle here in case you need to easily carry it without putting it over your shoulders. All right, so here we have the smaller bag. All right, now, even though this is the smaller bag, it's actually still pretty bulky, pretty beefy. You can actually store a lot of gear. And this bag is actually, I think, very comfortable and my preferred more day-to-day type of bag. Now on the bottom, there are no little stands or any little rubber caps that end up making this kind of be able to stand up. I feel like maybe over time, this bottom might tear, especially if you're taking it and placing it down on more rough terrain. So I think it would have been nice to just have a little something so that way it's not fully resting on this material. Now at the top, when you're resting it this way, you do have a hand strap here. And on the front, you do have this open pocket here. Now this clip here isn't pressable on the sides. This is actually more magnetic and actually holds together more as it's being pulled apart. So in order to open this, all you do is push up and out. So push up and out, and it does have this little magnet here. So when you push it down, it'll snap there. But again, you don't have to press anything. You just lift up, which makes it very easy and quick to open this up. Now we're gonna go ahead and open that. Now you do have these zippers here to be able to open up this compartment a little bit more deep. And it does have this strap here. So you could actually easily put a small light stand, monopod, tripod. And by having this zipper actually open up on the sides to give you more space, the stand can be a little bit bigger if you need it to be. Though you don't have to use this specifically for a stand. You can actually use it with a gimbal or pretty much however you want. You can ignore this completely and just put bigger equipment here. And it might be hard to see from this angle, but this little Velcro piece here that can be folded or made into a loop. Again, a pretty decent sized pocket for that front. Now on one side, we have a pretty deep pocket here. You could use this for drinks, or if you wanted to put a stand here, there is a strap on this side. And it's adjustable, so you can make it bigger or tighter depending on what you place here. So you can actually easily hold something on the side of the bag. Now, on the other side, you have this little loop here on this little band across so that you can easily put a few things if you need to clip anything on here, something ideally not too heavy. And then on this side, you do have this pocket that opens up so that you can quickly have access to your camera or any type of gear that you need to grab easily from the inside compartment without having to open up the whole bag. And then here on the inside of this little door, you do have this pocket that has the iFootage traditional mesh with plastic inside and out so nothing gets stuck on that mesh. And it's see-through so you can easily see what you put in there. Now when we go to the back, these straps are actually so comfortable on the shoulders. They have a lot of padding and they do have more attachment points here. And there is a little waist clip here so you can tighten it a little bit more. And there's another clip here that goes more close to your hips. And then you actually have two clips here, one more for the abdomen area and then one here a little thicker for your waist area. And then here, when I open this up, there's this thick padding here that actually helps to give a little bit more ventilation to your back. So here you have this going up to your shoulder blades, your upper back, this more on your waist. And again, it is a little thick, so then you actually have room for air to pass through underneath. So it can minimize some of your sweat. And there are these extra little straps on the sides in case you need to carry it like this. Now on the bottom is a little zipper here that brings out the little weather resistant cover. So this can go over the entire bag and keep it protected from any rain, snow, pretty much any moisture, and it'll keep your bag and everything inside the bag pretty much completely dry. Now let's go ahead and get into the inside. You do have a double zipper and all the zippers do have this weather resistant rubberized cover so that way the zippers don't get wet. Now we go ahead and open this. This actually does have a good amount of dividers and sections that you can actually organize very easily with these removable Velcro dividers. Now I really love their dividers. They're actually very well made. They're thin, lightweight. They can bend if you need them to. And the way they're cut and the way they're put together, the inside has like almost this hard cardboard type of feel while still being flexible. But when it's put together, it's very solid and easily keeps your gear in place. And then here where it opens up on this side, there are two individual pockets here. There's no laptop sleeve here. If you wanted to put a laptop in here, it would have to be on the inside of this pocket here. And to be honest, it's kind of tight here, so you would actually probably need to open this up a little bit if you wanted to put some type of laptop in here. Once you go ahead and fit the laptop in here, then you can actually put the zippers back up. Now let me give you guys my overall thoughts as well as what I think each bag is great for. Now I honestly don't really have many cons. The designers of these bags have really thought out what we need as shooters, video, photo, or various types of equipment, and they really gave us a lot to work with here. I only have a con with these two bags, the 50-liter and the trolley bag. With the 50-liter backpack, like I mentioned earlier, having this face down when you're opening it up is not ideal because this is for sure gonna get scratched up over time. With this essentially being the surface that lays flat, this should be a very rugged material. The same goes for the bottom of the trolley bag. Pretty much everything else is top-notch on these bags. They're all easy to carry and can store a lot of different equipment. Now when it comes to what each bag is probably best for, the trolley bag for me is incredible for event videography and photography. It has a lot of storage space. I'm able to have 2 cameras here, multiple lenses, flash, many different accessories, batteries, everything, and it's very easy to roll around or even carry with the handles. Now the 50-liter bag is something that I like to use when I'm doing video productions and I need to have my gimbal ready to go at all times. And I'm pretty much shooting with 1 camera and multiple lenses and accessories. The 35-liter bag is actually probably ideal if you are out and about for long periods of time and you want to have a good amount of storage while also not having too much weight on your back. Also, the laptop sleeve for the 35-liter backpack is actually bigger and more comfortable for 15-inch, 17-inch laptops, whereas the laptop sleeve here on the 50-liter bag is actually tighter and smaller, doesn't actually fit my 17-inch laptop. So day-to-day, I'd go with the 35-liter bag. So there you guys have it. That's the new iFootage Beava lineup. These are incredible. I highly recommend them. And if you're interested in getting them, I do have links in the description where you can purchase it. It doesn't change the price that you get it at, but it does help this channel. Please make sure to drop a like on this video, drop a comment below if you have any questions, and please make sure to subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming soon. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.